time to be joined by an old friend. He's long forgotten, but not totally forgotten. It's my friend Bill Ladson. He joins us. He's an MLB reporter with MLB.com. And Bill, in reading your bio now, you're also a contributor to MLBBro.com?
Yes, that is a publication, website put together by Rob Parker, who you see on Baseball Now on the MLB Network. And I really enjoy writing for him and MLB.com, and everything is status quo.
Tell me a little bit about the concept behind MLB Bro. It seems like it's about African American baseball players.
Yes, it is. It's about getting the public to know about all the African Americans who are playing in the sport, and there are quite a few of them, and obviously Aaron Judge being one of them. And being in New York the way I have, I've been writing a lot of Yankees and Mets, players lately. So that's been a lot of fun. And as you know, Aaron Judge is going to be coming back during the month of September, so that's a good thing.
Let me just ask you one more question about MLBBro.com. Does it feature the current African American players, or does it go into some of the history, or do they leave that for others?
Oh no, that's a combination of both. Usually, when they talk about players of the past, it's usually a video. Now there are some, as far as stories and text that they do write about the old time players, but that's once in a while. Usually, it's usually on video.
Okay. Well, I just read about it last night. How long has MLBBro.com been around? Has it been a couple of years now?
Oh yes, this is like the fourth year, and this is my second. Yeah, this is my second with the company. So it's been great, and you will not hear any complaints from me on that.
All right, good. I'm glad you're keeping busy. First of all, I got to ask you: do you think about Craig Heist much?
Every day.
Do you?
Every day. He's like my brother, and I had a brother, and I don't think about him every day. I think about Craig Heist every day because of all the arguments we had. As you know, Craig was a Republican.
Yes, I'm very well aware of that. Yes.
and we would argue all the time, but the bottom line, as I say that, Craig Heist always came through for me. I can remember when I was in the hospital in Florida.
Yep.
Craig Heist stayed with me for quite a few hours. So to me, Craig Heist was my real brother.
I know that. I don't think I'm quite as often as you do, but he was there for you. If he liked you, no matter what your politics were, he was there for you. There's no question about
Correct.
it.
That is correct.
About it. I
appreciate you asking me about Craig.
Yeah, I'll always. Let me ask you this Yankee team, since you cover them a good bit. I know you had a conversation with George Lombard. He has been, I think, the best move that they made at the Garcia's been terrific, but I think George Lombard was a stroke of genius by Brian Cashman.
There's no doubt about it. Although, I'm sure you know this, there has been a problem with him defensively of late. He's made an error in 6 straight games.
Did not know that.
For some reason, yeah. But you know what? I think Aaron Boone is not worried. He's the way he did with Anthony Volpe.
Yeah.
And I think, and the reason for that is that Lombard is still hitting. It hasn't affected his offense at all. So I think hopefully he doesn't make an error today against Boston, which is an important game.
Yep.
And and hopefully that could turn the tables. Hopefully he's error free today.
What's the latest on Max Fried for the Yankees right now? I know he had the bone bruise 3 months ago.
Again.
Then he came back, and now he's got it again. Is he going to return?
Well, there's hope that he can pitch this weekend.
Okay.
Against Boston. So we'll see what goes on there. I mean, I think it's an important series for both teams. Even though right now the Yankees have a slight lead in the wild card race, I think Boston, the way they've been playing, they're red hot. The pitching's been great, everything, and the offense is the thing that's really shocked me. I think Boston has to be favored to at least win this series this weekend. The reason I don't like the Yankees, because offensively, it's home run or strikeout. It's been that way for the last several years. That's why teams like I'm talking about teams of the past, the Blue Jays, the Dodgers have beaten them because it's like they can't go the other way. They can't do the little things. And why I think they're going to go to the playoffs, I don't think they'll go far.
Do you think Aaron Boone has had pretty much his best season, though, managing this team with what he's had to navigate?
There's no question about it because of all the injuries. I mean, they're winning without Aaron Judge. I think that says something. I think the way he's used his bullpen has been outstanding. The way he's relied on some of the young players like Lil Warren, I think that's and David and Weathers as well. Even though Weathers is hurt now, I think it's been amazing. I think that's the reason the Yankees are still in playoff contention right now.
Talking to Bill Ladson of MLB.com and MLBBro.com. And Griffin Bass has a question.
While we're talking about the teams atop the American League here, Bill, should it still be the Tampa Bay Rays, their league to lose right now? It's funny talking about them because the Orioles just saw them over the last couple of weeks, and they haven't done anything consistent this year except play the Rays well, which is a little odd. But the Rays are still far and away the best team in the league. Would you agree?
There's no question about it. Like I said this several weeks ago to some friends. There's no way the Yankees are going to catch up to the Rays. There's no way. Because I think the Rays, when you look at them, they're doing something they haven't done, in the Kevin Cash era. They're playing small ball. They're doing the little things to win ball games. And I think that's amazing. Remember, they were strictly analytical. And like when I saw them this year, oh, my God, they're playing little ball. And they have a great pitching staff now. I mean, as far as the starters are concerned, they're unbeatable almost. So, I think there's no team in the American League East that can beat the Rays right now. I think it's theirs to win, and I think they will win it.
When do you think Judge will be back? Mid-September?
Listen. I say early September. When I say early September, I'm talking about maybe September 5th. Or 7th, because I don't know if you read what Judge said. He doesn't want to go to a rehab assignment.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm watching Samuel Basallo, who missed about a month with a shoulder problem, and they gave him two. They gave him 2 games. He hasn't even looked nearly like the same hitter that he was before the shoulder injury. So I think Judge is making a big mistake.
Well, he did this once before, and this was like a few years back, and he turned out to be okay.
Yeah.
But keep this in mind, too. Judge is a veteran. He's 35 years old, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And Basilio is young. So, I mean, like, it's going to take some time for him to, be the player he needs to be. And I think he's going to be a great player. I think he's going to be a great catcher. I just think give him time. I think with Judge, I don't think he's going to be that bad.
Okay. I'm just talking about the timing. I'm not questioning whether Basallo is going to be a great player. Hey, I got to ask you another New York question. I wrote a column 2-3 days ago on our website. What the hell were the Mets thinking in letting Pete Alonso walk away? For in relative terms, $30 million a year is chump change to Stephen Cohn. What were they thinking? What was behind the fact that they never seemed inclined to want to sign Alonso to an extension?
Well, I think everyone saw this. I don't think people are saying this in retrospect. I think people saw it from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think what they thought at first. They looked at Pete Alonso's defense.
Yeah.
Okay, and Pete Alonso's defense. Now, listen to me as I say, Pete Alonso's defense. If I were to use a Stratomatic baseball card,
right,
Pete Alonso was a 3 or a 4, which is bad.
Bad.
But you should have seen the first baseman they used this year. Now, I mean, Mark Vientos, horrible. I don't want anyone to say Dave Cannon was the worst.
Right.
This guy was the worst I've ever seen. So
was Polanco
I think,
Polanco any good at first base?
No. The answer is no.
Yeah.
Because
and they paid Polanco $20 million a year for 2 years.
Right.
And
he's out for the year.
Yeah.
He's out for the year.
Yeah.
And by comparison, from what the Met fans saw, from what the organization saw, Pete Alonso is a Gold Glover compared to what they had this year.
Okay.
And as far as the offense, now this I didn't understand. I mean, they could use Pete Alonso's offense.
Yeah, of course they could.
Fortunately for the Mets, is that yes, they're going to hear the cheers for Pete Alonso, and yes, they're going to boo, I'm sure, David Stern.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be as loud because Jared Young has done a hell of a job at first base, even provided offense as well.
So was that the real reason that they knew they had Young in the wings?
No, because the original plan was to have Polanco.
Okay.
So when Polanco got hurt, he got hurt early in April.
Yep.
Then they started using Mark Vientos, and oh man, you talk about a disaster. It was a disaster. And if you ever follow the Baseball Bible, and they have defensive run saved. Vientos was -2, and they already announced
that's not good,
Vientos.
Bill. -2 is not
no,
good.
No, not at all. This guy couldn't field simple ground balls. I'm telling you.
Was he that bad? Was he that bad as a third baseman?
No, but you know what? They're not going to put him there because Bo Bichette is there.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, okay.
Right. Andy Green, by the way, who's done a hell of a job as the manager of the Mets. He already told Mark Vientos, when you come back, you're not going to play.
Right.
So I mean, that's
that's that vote of confidence that a player needs when you come back.
That's correct.
When you come back, you're not going to play. Do you think Green has any chance of getting the permanent job?
That's a good question. You know what? I think
he's done a very good job.
No question. He's done enough to become the permanent manager. But from what I understand, he wants to go back to the front office.
Yeah,
now,
he wants to.
But not exactly to be the head of the minor leagues. Now, he done a hell of a job as a minor league guy. He was the head of player development over there.
Yeah.
But there are rumors going around that he could be the general manager. As you know, David Stern has never hired a general manager.
Okay.
So I would not surprise. And again, it would be well deserved because Andy Green knows the minor league system.
Yeah.
This is why they're playing so well for him because of Carson Bench.
Yeah. And Ewing. Ewing. Yeah.
Ewing. Yeah. And don't forget Nolan as well, the pitcher, and he knows these guys. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's the GM as well.
I did want to ask you a little bit about the Orioles, Bill. Just another couple minutes. You look at this AL wildcard picture, and it's a mess. The Guardians are starting to play a little bit better. They played really well the last week and a half. But the Orioles, it seems like they lose a game and somehow still find a way to just not lose ground in this wild card race. Is there any chance you think the Orioles can get it together and find themselves and emerge in this AL wild card that nobody wants?
Right now, right, that's the final wild card spot, and they're 3 games back right now from the Guardians. I think a couple of things. I think the offense has to perk up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, outside of Pete Alonso, this team has been a disappointment offensively. Now I look at the pitching staff, and the pitching staff. I know, some of these pitchers that they have losing records, but the ERA is not bad. And I think if the offense can perk up, I think that's the key to the whole thing. I think they have enough pitching to catch up to the Guardians, but the offense has to perk up in a big way. I mean, outside Pete Alonso,
yeah.
The Gunnar Henderson thing has been the craziest part of the whole season. Craziest part of the whole season.
He's hitting .219. Oh, I don't. What happened there? I mean,
yeah.
I don't understand that either. So
I think Craig Heist put a curse on him.
Really? That's what Craig did?
Yeah, I think. Just kidding. Yeah, just kidding.
I know. But I think it's the key is the offense. I think you would agree with that. I mean, it just can't be just Pete Alonso, even though Pete Alonso's been hot.
I think they also have a little bit of a problem right now, Bill, with Brandon Young is really entering an area where his innings are high.
Kyle Bradish.
I think Trevor Rogers is worn out a little bit.
Right.
I think they could use going to a 6-man, and I expect them to in the next few days once the rosters expand. Quick question about roster expansion. I know that they cut back about 3-4 years ago the number of players that you can dress. Can you bring up more than 2 players, but they can't dress? You can only dress 2 more players?
Yes, it depends on how healthy the players are.
Okay.
And it just depends. I mean, you can have them like in the background.
In the background, yeah, caddies.
Right, but
yeah,
right, but unless someone gets hurt, you can bring them along. But yes, I think that's the best way to go as well. I like the new rule on that.
All right. Let me ask you one other question. If you had 2 other questions, real quick. If you had to pick 2 teams that will play for the World Series this year, who are you picking right now?
I would pick Tampa Bay.
Yep.
And I would also pick the Braves. Okay. I think the Braves are good enough to go all the way. I think sweeping the Dodgers recently was a confidence boost.
Very impressive, yep.
So if I'm the Braves, if I were in the Braves' shoes, I'm thinking I can beat anybody.
All right.
And I think they proved that. So.
All right. Last question for you. Will there be spring training as normal next year, and will the season start on time?
You know what? Obviously, both sides are not on the same page right now.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I have a feeling that the Players Association is going to cave a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And I think the season will start on time. Maybe spring training won't.
Okay.
But I think the season will start on time.
All right. Bill, it's great to catch up with you. We'll grab you sometime in October, okay?
You got it. Listen,
all right.
Thank
you, Bill. It's always great to talk to you. Bill Ladson of MLB.com and MLBBro.com. We're going